going to try and work with this vision cloth that I'm making with all scraps. And we're going to build a fiber art piece for home decorating, basically to frame and hang. But it could be used for other things too. It could be the front of a journal or a book cover. It could go on a pillow, sewn on a pillow. It could go on a sweatshirt, t-shirt, something like that. There's so many things. It could be the center of a placemat. It could be sewn onto a guest towel or something like that. Anything that you want to embellish with hand sewn art. Okay. Now, I've used these fabrics to create this 8x10, what I call vision cloth. Because it has a vision. When you get it all done, it's beautiful in itself, but then it starts creating all kinds of visions of what you might do with it. And for me, I'm going to use it as a background for additional embellishment that I'm going to turn into fiber art. And that's what I'm doing with this one today. This one, the vision cloth, has got lots of purples and some yellows and stuff in the back, which goes very good with the colors in this silk that I rescued off of a jacket. And so I'm going to be using that. And I'm going to build a flower element down in here. Don't know exactly what with yet, but for right now, I'm going to stitch these leaves into place and see where I want to go for that. Okay, let's go forward. Welcome. I'm Linda, and you're at Icky Chic Designs. I've had different people ask me, what is the purpose of your channel? If you had to give it a mission, what would its mission statement be? And for me, my love of textiles, doing everything and anything with fabric over many decades, I'd like to share that and pass that on to as many as I can. I'm 78 years old, so I'm coming to the closing part of my life, and I would really love to inspire others to love textiles, to use them, but most especially when it comes to the scraps, reclaiming textiles, recycling, using pre-loved things, not just throwing things away and wasting everything, but knowing how to use these scraps is not easy sometimes. My channel is all about how I use textile scraps in all kinds of projects, home decor. I do it for gifting. I do it in conjunction with junk journaling, embellishments, all kinds of things, gift making. But I use scraps 95% of the time. The other thing that I want to encourage people with is that I do everything by hand, the majority of it. Every once in a while, for instance, the actual vision cloth is done on machine. It's stitched onto a background piece. Okay, that is done by machine, but everything I put on here will be done by hand. That I want to encourage people to know that they don't have to have a sewing machine, and they don't have to be an artisan when it comes to embroidery. I do most of my things with about 5 or 6 embroidery stitches. Very simple. And half of the work that I do is just strictly with running or straight stitching. So if you've got a needle and a thread and you can sew a stitch, and you can do a very basic cross stitch or lazy daisy stitch or stipple stitch, these are so simple. You can make art every day of your life, and you can save fabrics, save waste by using the scraps. So our mission here, or I should say my mission here, is to encourage you to save scraps. You can do that by not throwing away your clothes. Cut them up. You can do that by encouraging your neighbors and friends to, instead of throwing away their fabrics and textiles, to pass them on to you. You can encourage that by teaching others, your friends, your younger generation, how to appreciate and reuse these things. You can develop your own style. You can learn to do you very well and decorate your home from top to bottom with these things. If I have a mission, it's to pass on my love for textiles, my love for using scraps, my love for simple stitchery, and my love for art, and putting all that together in a simple way that anybody can do. So welcome to Icky Chic Designs, and I hope you will be inspired. To demonstrate my own philosophy, my own mission, I'm going to do this piece of fiber art, and I'm going to start with this 8x10 piece of vision cloth that I made out of scraps, entirely out of scraps. And as I showed you, it's just sewn onto a background piece of fabric that is whole. That is also a rescued fabric, by the way. And then I cut this piece here. This silk was a jacket, and it had different embellishments on it. And I cut out of the jacket this embellishment leaf shape, okay? Use some scrappy pieces to embellish that more. And then I'm going to work some type of motif into here, floral, and end up with a frameable piece of art for my home. So I'll be doing that and taking you along that journey with me to show you how I use simple reclaimed scraps and simple stitchery. Okay, so stay with me. Here we go. Well, we've completed this piece, and I wanted to show you what it would look like if you chose to mat it and frame it. And it would be a beautiful piece of art and a beautiful piece of decor for your home, or anything else that you wanted to use it for. And the really wonderful thing is that here at Icky Chic, we learn how to use all these recycled, throwaway things, fabrics and other textile items that normally would go in the trash. We're using them, and we're creating art with them. We're stitching with simple stitches that anyone can do. So you can learn to do you very well. And what is your style? It's a good way to learn by just playing around with these scraps. And are you a boho person? Are you shabby chic? Are you very trendy? Are you minimalist? Are you country? Whatever you are, you can learn to do you very well. We do a little bit of everything here at Icky Chic because I like everything. And I like to do all kinds of styles, but do them with the scrappies. And that's what I want to show you here. So when you're ready to find out how to use your scraps, when you're ready to design for yourself, when you're ready to figure out who you are artistically, when you're ready to get into doing you very well, please spend some time here with me because I like to play with those kind of people, okay? So please, whatever you do, stay scrap happy.